What's up, Timmy here. Now, besides the biopic about Joan Rivers coming, which is word has it that Natasha Lyonne might star in, according to Deadline, looks like a documentary about Joan Rivers is also in the pipeline. This comes from Deadline saying that Joan Rivers, the legendary comedian, is getting the documentary treatment. Quite possible the most funny woman alive by New York Times television critic Jack Gould, Passion Pictures, and Metropolitan Studios, U.S. and Canada are working up on a new feature documentary about Rivers. It comes more than 10 years after her passing and will feature unprecedented access to Rivers' own archives, including newly unearthed home videos and hundreds of hours of previously unheard comedy recordings and audio tapes, as well as interviews with her families, including her daughter Melissa and her closest confidants. Rivers, who came up in the Greenwich Village clubs alongside the likes of George Carlin, Richard Pryor, and Woody Allen, was an uncompromising woman who succeeded in the male-dominated world of stand-up. She became known thanks to her appearances on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, but fell out with the iconic talk show host after Fox gave her her own show, The Late Show with Joan Rivers, becoming one of the first women to have her own late-night show. It only lasted for 2 seasons, but she then went on to host The Joan Rivers Show, a syndicate show that ran for 5 seasons, and in the 1990s was known for her red carpet work on E! Including Fashion Police, while also starring in reality series Joan and Melissa, Joan Knows Best. Now, there was also a documentary about Joan Rivers back in 2010, Joan Rivers, A Piece of Work. So it looks like this is going to be another one here. Now, Colette Camden is also directing here. Now, she's also actually appeared in stuff too. Like, remember, Joan Rivers was in Spaceballs. That was a cool appearance there too. I mean, I'm definitely interested in this. I mean, it is also for the same people who gave us the recent Christopher Reeve doc, which was excellent. So, I mean, obviously, Joan Rivers' comedy was way ahead of my time. I didn't really know much about her until, years later. But I've always, liked every time Joan Rivers popped up and stuff. She always cracked me up. I mean, if you guys never seen, like, the Joan Rivers roast, do yourself a favor, give that one, or check out some clips. The Joan Rivers roast is hilarious. Actually, that was one of my first introduction to Joan Rivers, was her, the roast she did. She had. But, still, I'm intrigued to see this. Hopefully, it's a good one. I'm really still curious to see Natasha Lyonne as Joan Rivers. Whenever that comes out, sign me up there. But hey, hopefully this one could be good too, but we'll see. Anyway, let me let you guys, what are your thoughts on a Joan Rivers documentary being in the works? Were you ever a fan of Joan Rivers? Are you even interested in seeing a documentary about Joan Rivers? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Timmy.